Hey guys, this is Raghu Reddy here, and welcome to It's Your Time Now show. And on this episode, I have an awesome guest, and his name is James. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sir Rahul. It's an honor for me to be here at your show.
Fantastic, James. So, James, where are you located?
I'm currently located at Coronadal City, South Cotabato, Philippines.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. And what do you do, James?
I am currently a senior unit manager at AXA Philippines, one of the top one international brand in the world.
Wow, fantastic. So, since how many years have you been doing this awesome work of financial advising?
I've been in this industry for about 2 years, sir.
Okay, fantastic. And how has your journey been for the last 2 years?
Well, I could tell it's not easy. There's so many circumstances along the road. Number one is pandemic. It's a very tough situation for all of us, not just here in the Philippines, but all over the world. However, I could tell that it has been a great, great journey for me and towards my clients as well, giving the advocacy that we have.
Wow, awesome, fantastic. So, James, what made you come into the field? Why did you become a financial advisor?
Well, to be honest with you, it doesn't really sink in my life that I would be a financial advisor down the road. But I was in the industry of finance along with my father and some of my siblings, right? But it's not easy to be a financial advisor because I don't have the passion before. But when I learned the advocacy and what's the importance of having a financial freedom, not just for me, but sharing to my clients, it's an awesome job, to be honest. And I really love it. And down the road, I'm looking forward to stay here forever.
So how did you chance upon this career?
Well, there is one guy who's now my really good friend who invited me to join. However, he did not give me any ideas, but he just invited me. And you know what? I just took a chance and take a risk and get out of my comfort zone. And then right there and then, I told myself that I made a big decision and a great decision in life.
Very good, very good. So before coming into this field, what were you doing?
I was a finance controller, one of the company in Canada. I used to live in Canada for about 12 to 13 years before I came back here in the Philippines. But I was born here in the Philippines. I grew up in Canada. We migrated back in 2007, around that.
So you quit your corporate job and you embrace this noble profession, financial advising.
You got it right, sir. You got it right.
Fantastic. So, in the last 2 years, of course, when you came in, I'm sure that, as you said, you faced a lot of ups and downs and struggles. So the question is, how did you overcome your initial struggle?
Well, there's only one thing I keep telling myself, and I keep on telling that to my team as well, to my financial advisors under me. Commitment. You know what? AXA can provide a lot of trainings and all. They can provide strategies, coaching, marketing strategies that can be provided to me. But commitment really starts within you. It has to start with me. If I commit myself, then I think every positive outlook or positive outcome will bear the fruit. Right? So commitment is the key, and then consistency, sir. Being consistent towards what you do and loving what you do, I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, really fantastic. Yes, it should be an inside to outside approach. Fantastic. So in the last 2 years, James, I know that you have achieved MDRT and you have achieved the GAMA Award as well, International GAMA Award for Leadership. So how has that journey been? How did you brace through all those ups and downs and, achieve these awesome awards?
Well, to be honest with you, being an MDRT and a GAMA Awardee International, it's just a bonus, to be honest with you. If you look at the bigger picture out of it, you became an MDRT. However, if you look at the bigger picture, your clients is being served properly. You have a lot of clients that can have a financial freedom, and I think the advocacy that I have is more than the MDRT award. It's just a bonus, but it is overwhelming as well. I'm really glad and thankful for the award because it speaks towards my work ethics, right? So they said it's not easy to be an MDRT. It's a privilege. So you have to work for it. So, and I think I give my greatest shot doing the nobility of this job.
Yes, that's right. And that's really awesome. And congratulations for your
Thank
achievements,
you,
you
thank
know.
you, thank you, sir.
And, so most advisors, they want to achieve MDRT, but, it's just a vision they have, and they don't take the required action. And you did take that, and you achieved it. And while, trying to achieve your MDRT, I'm sure that you faced a lot of issues, a lot of barriers. So, what was your driving force? How did you overcome all these barriers?
You were right. You're right. There's so many unfortunate circumstances along the way, but it's really up to you how you look at it. If it will motivate you, then good. If it will deteriorate you, then it's up to you. The ball is in your hands. You have to do whatever it takes for you to achieve it. So for me, I just stated that what is my biggest why, and my biggest why is my daughter, right? So I'm doing this on purpose because I'm trying to share this ability to other individuals to have a financial freedom, not just for themselves but for their family behind, right? And I think that's a good driving force for me. What's the nobility, and what's my biggest why? So they have to look at that perspective. If you have your goal, and you have your mindset and set with that goal, and I think you can't go wrong with that, and you will achieve it definitely, for sure.
Well, rightly said. Of course, you're doing it for a family, but most of us have family, but we take it for granted. And so, other than family, what is your biggest driving factor?
Well, the biggest driving factor that I have in me is consistency. Small steps at a time. You cannot have big steps and then you go fall down big time, right? It's baby steps. The saying, sir. You have, as a baby, you have to crawl before you can walk. You have to walk before you can run. So enable for you to achieve that MDRT or whatever the awards you're aiming, you have to do the baby steps and the basics, basically. Once you do that, and I think you are on the right path, you're on the right track, your goal will be at hand. It will be reachable, basically.
Fantastic, fantastic, awesome. So, in fact, James, you achieved these awesome awards during pandemic when most financial advisors, are just complaining about pandemic and not able to meet clients, and making all sorts of excuses. But what made you during the toughest time in our lives? This is probably the toughest time in history, probably, right? And during such time, you still were able to get, to reach your goals and hit MDRT. So, how did that happen?
I think the driving force that I have during pandemic is I took an advantage to educate people to avoid or to prevent another hardship scenario that could happen to them when it comes to financial freedom.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you're educating people. That is the key, right? When you educate people, well, the awareness grows, and then they'll have the intention of taking care of their financial risks. Fantastic, fantastic. Love that, love that. So, James, you said you are a unit manager now. So, you have a team of advisors that you're taking care of. So, how is your team and yourself geared up to meet the new challenges in the future?
Well, we have to adapt with it. If you go with the flow, whatever it's happening, then I think you'll be on the right track. But if you get affected towards that, obviously you will fail, right? So I keep on telling my team, my unit manager, my financial advisors under me to just keep going. Everyday activities could lead to something, right? And then I told them that commitment never stops. If you stop commit yourself, I think that's the downfall of your career. But I told them, commit yourself no matter what. Win big or win small, we have to celebrate as well. And then just have a driving force in life towards what the ability of the job is.
Well, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So, James, typically, is there a niche market that you work with, or who do you serve actually?
Yes, there is. There's a niche market that we are currently working on for the past 2 years. We are on a macro group setup, right? Well, macro means for us, it's a matter of we gathered a lot of people enabled for us to educate them, to consume time. It's advantage for us and it's advantage for them as well. It gives us ample time to just educate a lot of people at one shot, but then the effect to that is a chain reaction effect. If we educate 20 people, most likely 50% of that having a word of mouth to other individuals as well. So they will learn from referral, basically. So it just spread like a virus, but it's in a good way, right? So we are focusing on macro, and especially those individuals that in the middle class, right? So because they're the ones who are affected by pandemic, by the loss of income, by the loss of opportunities, loss of jobs. So they were the ones who were striking, especially frontliners. To be honest with you, since pandemic started and I had the chance to share it with them or educate them, I ensure to educate frontliners first because they're at risk. The risk factor that they have is quite higher to normal individuals or to normal employees around there. Number one is nurses. Second are the government officials who are still working under pandemic. Next are the militaries or the policemen, although there is substandard against them because the high risk of their job opportunities. But frontliners, whoever the frontliners is, I try to secure them as much as I can because they're the ones who's facing a lot of risk at this moment during pandemic.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic, awesome. So James, what would be your advice to a newcomer to the field?
It's just very simple. Get out of your comfort zone. You'll never know what's waiting for you out there if you don't not try. Okay, right? Well, we have to spend time. We have to give our best effort to do whatever it takes, enable for us to see the brighter future. Right? But get out of your comfort. Nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose with that. You'll never know. It might be your breakthrough. I keep on telling that to my new financial advisors, that every single time you step out of that comfort zone, always think that it is a breakthrough for you. So I think get out of your comfort zone, commit to whatever you are doing, and I think be consistent towards what you're doing.
Wow, awesome, fantastic, fantastic. So what's your vision for the future? What's your personal vision for the future and for your team as well?
Well, my vision for the future is not just for me and for my team. Number one for us is our vision and mission towards our clients. I wanted them to be financially prepared. I want every individual to be financially prepared, not just life, but health as well and financial as well, because that will change the outcome of their lives in the near future, not just theirs, but to their next generation as well. We wanted to have a biggest impact to the next generations, to what we call the millennials, to what we call the XYZ of our generations. So we wanted them to have good insights. You know, it's never too late, but if you start early, then you will harvest more. That's what we were thinking, and that's our main vision. For me and for my financial advisors, the number one goal for us is to share the nobility of the job, perform our advocacy. The next, I wouldn't be plastic enough to say we wanted to have financial freedom as well, like income. That's our goal as well. Next, our goal is growth, you know, and the career opportunity that we have or that is in front of us.
Wow, fantastic vision and awesome mission that you have. Very good, fantastic. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you,
on
sir.
that.
Thank you, sir.
Well, if someone wants to reach out for your services or want to join your team as a financial advisor, how they can get in touch with you, James?
We have our Facebook page. In our Facebook page right now, which is AXA JP Group Financial. It's a group of financial advisors. All of our portfolios are there. It reaches 50,000 subscribers already or 50,000 followers already, not just here in the Philippines, but outside or our OFW, overseas Filipino workers as well, right? So you can message there or you can contact me at 099-5533-2270 and or you can message me or give me an email at JP Parcasio, which is PARCASIO at axa.net.ph.
Wow. Awesome. Fantastic. So James, it was really wonderful talking to you and having you on It's Your Time Now show. I know learning about your journey, your story of how you became a financial advisor. And in just, the last year, even during the pandemic, you have achieved MDRT. You have not only achieved MDRT but also GAMA International Award, and I congratulate you for that, and I wish you all the very best for your future, not only to grow yourself but also to grow your team bigger and go stronger and make it world class so that you can reach out to more people and make a big difference in their lives. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity, for letting me share what I have learned for the past 2 years that I have been in the industry. And I wish you all the best, and I wish you all this show the very best as well, and continue inspiring other people and other financial advisors.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being on It's Your Time Now show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye.